Hello.
Hello.
राशि, मैं तेरे को एक लिंक भेज रही हूँ, वो लिंक खोल यूट्यूब पे। नहीं नहीं, आ गई। नहीं है तो वीडियो कॉल करती हूँ। यस, फाइनली फक अप सो रहे हैं। नहीं है तो वीडियो कॉल करती हूँ। वॉइस आ हेलो 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 हेलो, चेक करियो तेरी मारी। भाई वो टीम ने क्यों नहीं आई है अभी तक? बोल उस टीम को ज्वाइन करने को, फिर मैं सर को कर। मैं वो विधि चेक कर रही हूँ।
Sorry for the delay, guys. Was in another quiz, just got over. Sorry.
Thanks for joining in, everyone. Requesting you all to turn on your cameras and update your Zoom backgrounds. We'll be starting shortly.
We'll also request all teams to kindly rename their WhatsApp groups as well to indicate their team numbers there. Just before your team names, kindly indicate your team number. Anant, will it be possible for you to just read out the team numbers once again? Because a couple of people, I don't think they have the team numbers yet.
Sure, Major. Team 1 is Barclays. Team 2 is Gokul. Team 3 is Caveat Attempter. Team 4 is Sierra from Kerala. Team 5 is Abatars. Team 6 is What's in the Name. Team 7 Pranav Hari. Team 8 Bucking Bastards. Yeah. Abid, can you please rename? Yeah. Venki sir, can you rename, please?
Can you share the meeting ID and the password, please, in the chat window?
We'll do that. We'll not be able to share the password. Once they're in the waiting room, we'll let them in. We'll just share the link here.
Okay. Give the meeting ID then.
Yeah, we're updating that.
Do you another 2-3 minutes before we start?
We'll wait for a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks. Just stepping away. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Anant.
Yes.
Yeah, my teammate is unable to enter. He'll need the password to even log into this meeting, right? You've
Just
given the meeting ID, but
give
he'll
me.
need to enter the password. Yeah.
Since we have a couple of minutes, I'll quickly mention a few things that all of you need to follow. Both hands have to be visible on your camera screens at all points in time. You'll have one warning, and if hands are not visible after that, we will probably have to disqualify if it comes to that. Kindly try and attempt this quiz in the fairest of under the fairest of means. We'll just ensure that all hands are visible and only then start, and we will pause the quiz if needed to ensure that this is strictly followed. Kindly sit away from your screens and just take a look at Pranav Hari, the way he's sitting, and that's the distance that you'll need to maintain. I'll need to see the upper 1/3 of your body for sure. Jyotish, if you could just adjust your cam to fit in with, yeah.
Major, are we good to go?
I think Venki waited, right? As soon as he's back, we can start.
We'll just start with the introductions.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. We gladly welcome you to the second day of Manfest-Varchasva. Continuing our 36 years of legacy, we proudly present our flagship business quiz. Manfest-Varchasva, in association with SBI, presents Bizz Quiz, a quiz competition that brings an opportunity to prove your mettle, the domains of business, economics, and finance, when you come face to face with the ultimate quiz master, Major Chandrakant Nair. With great pleasure, we introduce you to the quizmaster of Bizz Quiz, Major Chandrakant Nair. Major Chandrakant Nair, a graduate from the Armed Force Medical Colleges in Pune, has been a quizzer for almost 25 years. In his early career, he served in the Indian Army for 7 years and retired as a major in the year 2013. As a quizzer, he has earned many accolades. He has also facilitated over 700 tests for universities, corporations, schools, and other organizations, as well as quizzes in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. This is a test when a millisecond can make or break it, but your wisdom will put the final seal. Thank you for joining in, Major, and all the teams. We hope all of you have fun. Venki's back, Major. Let's get started.
Right. Thank you so very much, Anand, for that intro. Very kind of you. Welcome to the finale of the Bizz Quiz organized by IIM Lucknow as part of Manfest-Varchasva 2022. Congrats and all the very best to our 8 finalists. I hope all of you are in your respective WhatsApp groups. That's where all the answers will be taken, the written round answers as well as the bounce answers. I'll just start sharing my screen and we'll explain it from there. Anant, if you could make me a co-host so that I can share screen.
Yes, Major.
Yeah, thank you. It says still disabled.
Should work now, Major.
Yeah, working now. Thank you. Kindly confirm if the screen is visible to all of you. Just give me a thumbs up. All right, good to go. So this is how we'll do the finals. We have a total of 4 rounds, 2 written, a clockwise and an anti-clockwise round. Same standard rules apply. I don't think any of you need clarification regarding any of the rules, but kindly strictly follow the rule mentioned in the very beginning, both hands visible. You do not need to touch your gadgets until I ask you to do the needful while sending in your answers. All the very best. Here goes the first round. One more thing, Anant and Drishti, who will be keeping scores from your end?
I'll be keeping tabs, Major.
Perfect. All teams, kindly keep track of your scores in the WhatsApp group. In case of any scoring dispute, kindly have your score sheet or the other details ready. For round 1 coming up, 3 questions, 10 points for every correct answer. We start off with a written round on awards given out in the field of business broadly. 3 questions, 10 points for every correct answer. If there are multiple questions, multiple parts, you need to give me all the parts for the complete 10 points. I'll give out the point scheme if it is more than 2 parts, wherever applicable. Question number 1 coming up. Amusement Today is a publication that features articles, news, pictures, and reviews about things relating to the amusement park industry. Every year, they give out awards to entities excelling in various aspects of the industry. These share their name and are made to look like a key element from a 50-year-old film. One of the usual winners of this award is a park managed by the lady pictured on the next slide. And the name of the park is a play on a famous location in California. Part 1, what are these awards called? And they look like and are named the exact same way as a key element from a 50-year-old film as of now, approximately 50 years old from now. Which park is it? As in, what is the name of this park? Once you take a look at the lady in the picture, you should be able to figure out the second part for sure. This is the lady. The park, the name of the park is a play on a much, much more famous location in California. And of course, you'll have to incorporate something about her to derive the final name. If you know who this person is, you should be able to figure out what this is.
Excuse me, Major.
Yeah.
Do we have to answer it right now?
All 3 answers as a single entry at the end of question number 3.
Okay.
Major, could you go back to it, please?
Yeah. A very, very famous film. Not any random film. Look at the fact that this is an award that might help you with the film and the key element there. This is an award that might surely help you with the film and the key element in the film.
Sorry, can you please repeat?
The round is on awards. That bit might help with the key element in the film. Question number 2. The Stevie Awards are a set of 8 business awards for companies and business people given out since 2002. They were instituted in an effort to bring back public confidence and investor trust into the industry. The design of the award is directly inspired by something attributed to an American psychologist. What specifically inspired the birth of these awards? Timeline might be helpful. Look at the timeline there. When it came into being, that might be helpful for the first part. Part 2. What about the award is inspired by this American psychologist? Okay, I'll show you 2 visuals. One is the award itself. This is the award itself. And this is the American psychologist, famous guy. Something about the award, something in the award is directly inspired by the psychologist. Something to do with the psychologist.
Hey, sorry, Anant, my teammate Rishi is on the call. Can you just let him in, please?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the text and come to the visual again. Let me repeat, I need to see both hands, everyone, at all points. Look at the timeline for the first part. It talks about public confidence, investor trust, came into being in 2002. That should help you with part 1. Part 2, if all teams agree, I can specifically point out which part of the award that you should focus on.
No hints, please, Major.
Yeah, no.
Something about the award is directly inspired by the famous American psychologist that you see here.
Could you stay on the visual of the award?
Yep. Teammate, I need to see both hands, please.
Major, could you go back to the previous slide?
Sure. Trust, confidence, 2002, etc. And something in the award, the design of the award, directly inspired by this guy you see here. Okay. Question number 3. The dash dash is an award given out for excellence in the tourism industry and is named as a play on another honor from the world of entertainment. One of the winners in the recent years is a tourist destination on the Mediterranean coast. Much of its royal status in this regards can be attributed to a pop culture phenomenon. What award? That gets you 4 points. The name of the award gets you 4 points. Which city gets you 3 points? What is this pop culture phenomenon that increased its tourism potential in the recent years? That gets you another 3. I'll have you show you 2 visuals. Yeah. This award given out in the tourism industry is named as a play on a much more well-known award, which is from the entertainment field of entertainment. Think of the most famous awards in the field of entertainment and see if you can slightly modify and get to the name of this award that you see here. The look of the award, or what it basically looks like, as in what its shape looks like and what the material is, everything should help you figure out the name of the award. And part of this is the destination on the Mediterranean coast. Much of its royal status in this regards can be attributed to a pop culture phenomenon. Teammate, I'll repeat, I need to see both hands.
Major, you'll read on the questions, right? Just go little time on question 1, please.
I'll do that. Very helpful visual for both parts. Award gets you 4, city gets you 3, tourism potential gets you 3. A nice play on an award from the world of entertainment. And which city do you see here? And why did its tourism potential, why did tourists start flocking to the city in recent years? We'll go back to the questions and look at them once again. Amusement today, since somebody from one team joined late. What are these awards called? They share their name and are made to look like a key element from a 50-year-old film, approximately 50 years old from now. One of the winners of this award is a park managed by the lady that you see on the next slide and is named as a play on a famous location in California. Very famous lady here. Number 2, what specifically inspired the birth of these awards? The timeline came into being in 2002, public confidence, investor trust, put everything together and tell me genesis, inspired by what? And what about the award is inspired by the guy you see here?
Award one, just a few seconds. The award. Okay, thank you.
And number 3, 3 parts, 4, 3, 3 in that order. You can all start sending in your answers now. You have 30 seconds to send in your answers. Kindly tag me once you've done that. Got an attempt from team 6. got attempts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All teams in, I suppose. Okay, let's look at the answers now. Number 1, what are these awards called and which park is this? Anyone unmute and answer?
The park is Dollywood.
Park is Dollywood, yes. And what are the awards called?
Are they
Golden
called the
ticket?
golden ticket after Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Perfect answer. This is the Golden Ticket Awards, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And of course, this is Dollywood. Dolly Parton's amusement park is named as a play on her name as well as Hollywood. Number 2, the Stevie Awards.
Enron and Maslow's Pyramid of Needs.
We'll let Team 6 explain the answer. Team 6, can you give me the answer on the mic?
Yeah, it was inspired by Maslow's hierarchy of need, the pyramid of hierarchy of needs, and it was after the Enron scandal. This award was.
That's fine, but what about the second part? What exactly is Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Maslow's hierarchy's need is like there are 5 steps in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it goes from like the basic needs like physical needs, and it goes to the need of recognition, and it's a very important concept in like the business world. Like
Enron scandal and Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Number 3, Team 6. Once again, can you give me all 3 parts? Whatever you've written out on the group, kindly read.
Yeah. So this was a place in Turkey which was featured as the King's Landing in Game of Thrones, and the award was Fidget Faisal, which was Golden Apple. Yeah, Fidget Golden Apple Awards.
What exactly is Fidget?
Sorry?
You've written Fidget Golden Apple, but kindly explain what Fidget is. Why do you mention the term Fidget there?
Yeah, Fidget is a spinner.
That is F-I-D-G-E-T. This is what you've written as F-I-J-E-T. Just tell me, since you've written F-I-J-E-T, I'm curious, what is Fidget?
It is something federation of some international journalists. I'm not sure about the entire full form. It is a award for.
I think I will have to take a decision and disqualify you at this stage. That's not what the question asked. The name of the award is a play on something. A play. Which award from the world of entertainment is the name of the award a play on? Fidget Golden Apple is what you arrive at if you just Google the first paragraph. That's not what I want. That's not what the other 7 teams gave me.
That was the Golden Awards, right?
Fine. Then tell me what is the exact blanks that I need. Since you got given me Fidget Golden Apple, what are the exact blanks? Since you've given me Fidget and Golden Apple, give me the exact blanks, please. Since you've given me all that. Since you were clear enough to mention Fidget as well in your answer. Can any of the other teams unmute and give me the answer, please? The actual answer that I'm looking for.
The Palme d'Or, Dubrovnik, and Game of Thrones.
This is the Palme d'Or, which is a play on the Palme d'Or. Okay, Palme d'Or is the award from the world of entertainment. It's also called the Fidget Golden Apple, which is not what the question asked for, but is what you will arrive at if you just Google for it. That is not what we wanted. This is Dubrovnik, and not again the answer that you gave me. That is again something that you'll arrive at if you Google. And this is because King's Landing in Game of Thrones. Team 6, I don't think I can entertain you in this quiz after this. Fidget Golden Apple, I mean, it's impossible that you get Fidget Golden Apple and not get Palme d'Or. Fidget Golden Apple is a much tougher answer. But if you give me Fidget Golden Apple, I expect you to give me Palme d'Or, okay, which you had no clue about. We'll just take a call and not have Team 6 in the quiz anymore, if that's okay with organizers.
Sure, Major. Works for us.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Team 6, for your participation. So, warning to all the other teams: if you Google, there will be no. You just have one chance. If you're caught, you're out. Okay. So let's give out points straight away. Team 1 is on 30 points. Gave me everything that we were looking for. Team 2 is on 27. Team 3 is on 30 points. Team 4 is on 20. Team 5 is on 8. Team 6, kindly put a 0 against their name. It's crystal clear that at least 2 of their answers are not arrived at the right way. Team 7 is on 11. And team 8 is on 16. Anant, can you clarify if you got all the scores?
Team 8 is on 16, right, Major?
1-6, yes.
Major, just one more question. So we've listed a couple of teams. Is it possible to bring one of them in, or do you want to continue with just 7 teams?
I am okay if all the teams agree. If there is no objection from this point, if another team can join in, I can permit that. If there are no objections from the teams.
Okay.
If it is a unanimous go ahead from all teams, we can do that.
Sure.
You can go. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
No,
so you can just admit them, yeah. But they'll be joining in from this point. We'll just wait for them to join and then start.
2 minutes, Major.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Hi, Major. Drishti this side.
Yeah.
So you sent us the. Yeah, so you sent me the link. Yeah, so you sent me a list of. Just a second, Major.
Yeah, sure.
Down. I muted. I don't know what's happening.
Do you want me to read out the waitlisted teams?
No, sir. No, Major. We have the waitlisted team. I just wanted to know if they are in order.
They are in the order, yes. They are in the order of, I think, stars.
All right, Major. I'll just follow up on the first waitlist.
Sure.
Hey, Captain, can you start the quiz and then they can join?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that, Anant, if that's okay. We'll start with the quiz and they can join in at whichever point.
Sure, Major. Yeah.
So clockwise round, it's not 10, it's 9 questions. Pounds plus 10 minus 5, bounce plus 10. All of you know the rules. Pounds on the group, tag me once your pounds is in. Okay. All the best. Question number 1 coming up.
Major, one question, sorry, before we start. Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
If we have to discuss with a teammate, can we do it like by calling them and on speaker mode? Is that okay?
That's exactly what you'll need to do. Just get on a call with them and discuss this.
Sure. Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Question number 1. The inspiration for the widely trolled logo of Lucknow Super Giants has, among other things, been used as the insignia of the Indian Infantry Regiment, the name of one of the special forces in India, the national symbol of multiple nations in Asia, as well as the name of the titular character in a famous comic published in India. What was the inspiration? I'm going to show you the visual, the next visual, only if all teams agree. If there are no objections, I'll show you the visual.
Objection.
Okay.
Objection.
Major team 1 will. Team 3. Team 3 will.
All right. Think of something that fits all the things there. Insignia of the Indian Infantry Regiment, one of the special forces, as its armed forces, special forces in India, national symbol of multiple nations in Asia, titular character in a famous comic published a couple of decades ago. The visual may be helpful to figure out what this is. Quick pounds from 2 teams.
Team 5 is also pounding.
All right.
2 will also pounds.
All right. So last call. I'm accepting bounces from 2 and 5 and then placing.
You received
Teammate
3
bouncing
spawns,
as well,
right?
Major.
Yeah, I got 2 spawns, just waiting for team 5 spawns.
No, 3 spawns. Did you get 3 spawns?
Yeah, got 3 spawns as well. Yeah, got team 8 and 5 as well. Bounces. Team 1, you can unmute and answer.
Yeah, this is Garuda and his wings.
Perfect answer. This is Garuda. This is the visual I was going to show you. Inspector Garud from yesteryears. So Garuda will get you +10, team 1. On the pounds, team 2 gets a +10. Team 3 gets a +10. Team 4 gets a +10. Team 5 will unfortunately start off with a -5. And team 8 will get a +2. And question now to team number 2. The B-17 Flying Fortress was primarily a workhorse of the United States in the daylight strategic bombing campaign during World War II. Was the primary, not primarily, was the primary workhorse. But the plane was noted to be involved in hundreds of crashes, with most happening while landing. Investigations revealed that controls for the flaps and landing gear looked exactly the same, with pilots pulling the wing flaps when they were ready to land. Their solution to this problem has influenced products in diverse fields after its introduction. What was the solution? In the modern day world of business tech broadly, a number of products employ this broad concept. I need a broad concept in your answer. You can explain it in whichever way you want. But best if you give me keywords. Read the second para carefully. Investigations revealed that the controls for the flaps and the landing gear looked exactly the same, with pilots pulling the wing flaps, that is the wrong ones, when they were ready to land.
Major, team 3.
Okay. Anyone else bouncing other than team 3? Fairly simple one if you think about it. Okay, I'm guessing no other bounces. Closing the bounce and going to team number 2.
I'll guess that they started putting something like different colored symbols on them, similar to like a PS2 joystick and stuff like that.
Okay, they started putting different colored symbols on them like a PS2 joystick. Question passes to team 3 who have bounced. Team 4. And we welcome the replacement team, team 6, Paddy Power, Siddhant and Shashwat. Yeah, thank you.
I don't know, we'll say not symbols, but just using completely different colors itself to like just distinguish between the two pieces. So the way, like there are, for example, completely different colored wires for, specific things in circuits and things like that.
Completely different colors for specific components. Question passes to team number 5.
Okay, so I'll say that they added like a little glass box or something which you have to open first. So they have to take a second to consider which button which tab they're going to pull.
All right, team 6.
Did they perhaps change the orientation in which each of them went?
They changed the orientation in each of them. Okay, team 7.
Yeah, we are guessing that this is the first time they had, like, say, a symbol printed on top of the button. Like, usually the first time buttons had symbols.
Okay, I would have given it for the earlier answers if that was the case. Team 8.
So Major, we are thinking maybe those two, like this is Poka-yoke, like mistake proofing. They made it of different shapes so that people don't get confused.
Different shapes is what we were looking for. This is shape coding. This is why when you play, you would have seen this on, somebody mentioned joysticks, etc. earlier. This is why all the buttons are in different shapes. So you don't even need to look at it. Just simply by the feel of the thing, you can identify what the actual thing is. So, you know, it's not color, it's the different shapes, and specifically the term is shape coding. Superb answer, team 8, plus 10 to you. And on the pounce, team 3 also get it. Team 3 gets plus 10. And question now to team number 1. This brand came into being in the 1930s as a consequence to mothers and babies dying from sepsis after childbirth. One specific aspect of the logo is not just a reference to the relentless combat against the cause of such deaths, but also the cross motive you would associate with the medical profession. What aspect of the logo? You need to tell me the brand and the thing in the logo for full 10 points.
Major team 3 will, team 3, whose direct is this?
One's
team
direct.
1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, team 3 will bounce.
Okay.
Major, can you just clarify what exactly you want to? You said you.
Yeah, I need the brand and something. Okay. So, for example, this is the arrow in the Amazon logo. That's how your complete answer would be.
Okay. Okay.
First para should give you a broad context, and if you find the right one, you will know what in the logo.
It is. Major, could you repeat the example here? You said.
Yeah. So the answer, the way you should phrase your answer is this is the arrow in the Amazon logo, like that.
Okay.
Any other teams bouncing?
We are bouncing. Team 7 is one.
Okay.
Team 5 will also bounce. Team 5 will also.
Okay. 5 and 7. Last call. If not, I'm closing with 5 and 7. 3 have already bounced.
Okay, Major, I'm not bouncing.
Team 4 put up their hands. Are you bouncing team 4? If not, I'm closing. Okay.
Major, I'm not bouncing.
Yeah, got it. Just waiting for team 4 to indicate if they are going or not. Team 4, I'm closing the pounce if you're not going for it. Pounce is done. Team 1, unmute and answer, please.
So let's say this is Dettol, and the long thing, you know, that passes through the logo, it can be interpreted as a sword or the staff of, you know, Caduceus and all that too. So
lovely answer there. Lovely answer. This is why there is a sword in the logo of Dettol. It is a symbol. It references the cross from medicine as well as the fight against pathogens. So full 10 to team number 1 there. On the pounce, team 7 gets plus 10 and team 3 also gets plus 10. You got the scores?
Yes, Major. Yeah.
All right. So question now to team number 2. In the 1950s, Sarah Little Turnbull, a former decor editor for House Beautiful magazine, began consulting with 3M's gift wrap unit. To make stiff ribbons, 3M had created a technology to take melted polymer and air blast it into a fabric of tiny fibers. Turnbull found a greater potential for this process, and she began experimenting with the material for shoulder pads. She ended up presenting 100 plus product ideas for the tech and was assigned to design a specific item for women. She soon went through a few personal tragedies, and all the time spent in a specific environment gave her the idea to improvise this item for women into another product. What item for women? Give me a broad one-word answer for that. What product did she create out of it? That's the second part. Look at the fact that she went through a few personal tragedies, and the time spent 2 or 3 years, she had to spend time on and off in a specific environment. That gave her the idea, okay, why not modify this into this? If you get one part, you should be able to logically work out the other part.
Major 1 will bounce.
Okay. Last call. If not, I'm closing it with team 1's pounce. Okay, pounce is now done. Only taking from team 1 who are typing. Got team 1's pounce. Team 2, you're direct.
I don't have anything. I'll pass.
Team 3 passes to you.
Yeah, we're going to get sanitary napkins and spandex.
Sanitary napkins and spandex passes to team 4. Team 4.
1 second. We'll say push-up bras, a wonder bra, and diapers for kids.
Wonder bra / push-up bra and diapers for kids. Team 5.
So I'll say this is. So she was at funerals a lot, and she had to do a lot of walking and lifting. So she created Spanx.
Okay.
What is the first item? Is black gloves.
Black gloves. Team 6.
I'll say stockings, and this became Spanx.
Team 7.
We'll go with item for one is tampons, and product she created out of it is sanitary pad. Yeah.
Tampon and sanitary pad. Team 8.
Maybe tampons and earbuds.
Tampons and earbuds. We've gone through all 7 teams. 1 team pounced. 1 team gave me half a correct answer. That was team 4. Will accept their push-up bra / wonder bra. I was broadly looking for bra. He designed a form of bra. And what came out of it? She spent a lot of time in. Yeah, Venki, can you?
Hospitals?
Hospitals.
Yeah.
So this is, she came up with the design for a bra, and this ultimately developed.
The N95. That's
the modern N95 mask that was originally developed by 3M. So basically, the bra cup was modified into the N95 mask. Superb answer from team 1 for getting both parts. 10 points to team 1, 5 points to team 4, and question to team number 5. In the criminal trial of the business personality featured here, it was found that many wealthy entities, such as the Waltons and the De Beers owners, invested in her startup thanks to a very influential board member. Who was this board member? Known for a position he occupied in the 1970s. Very quick bounces from multiple teams.
7 pounds.
Got from 4, 5, and 7 already.
Google pounds.
Okay.
1 will pounce.
Okay. I'm closing with 1 and 2 if there are no other bounces.
Major, is it my direct? Because team 4 got.
This will be your direct. Yes.
Okay, so then.
Okay, bounces now done.
Close. In that case, team 3, since you just said team 5 is direct, can team 3 pounce?
I've closed the pounce already. We'll just follow that throughout. So pounce is done. Got all pounces. Team 5, this is your direct.
Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger is all that we were looking for. This indeed is Henry Kissinger, who supposedly got funding for Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes got a lot of funding thanks to her closeness to him. Was the US Secretary of State in the 70s. So 10 points there to team number 5. On the pounce, 10 to 7, 10 to 1, 10 to 4, 10 to 2. And question to team number 6. JetBrains is a Czech software development company which makes tools for software developers and project managers. The company has offices all across Europe and North America. In 2011, they came out with a programming language. Most of the development team was located near the Russian coastal city of St. Petersburg. When it came to naming the language, they followed a precedent established by a few languages earlier. What did they develop? What was the precedent set by the other languages, or what logic was used in its naming?
This is 6 direct, right?
This will be 6's direct once pounce is done.
No, team 3 is pounce.
Okay.
Team 1 will pounce.
Okay. Last call. If no other pounces, I'm closing it with team 1's pounce. 3 have already pounced. Got team 1's pounce as well. So team 6, you're direct.
I'm not sure what they developed, but they might have used the logic how they name programming languages C, C++.
So you're basically saying after letters of the alphabet, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Passes to team 7.
Yeah. So they developed the Kotlin programming language, like it's used in Android programming and stuff. So logic is, so basically like there is no other programming language with the name K. So like there are like Haskell, Java, like other alphabets, but like so K there is nothing. So they added Kotlin. K.
Okay, Kotlin, and again you're going with the alphabet letters of the alphabet angle. Team 8.
So something similar, they developed something called C++, but C was SEA and not the letter C because of St. Petersburg being a coastal city.
Nice angle, but passes to team 1 who have pounced. Team 2.
First part, I'll say whatever Pranav said.
What did he say? Okay.
Is what I heard. Second part, I'll guess that they came up with, it's basically, they made up some sort of backronym for it.
Like, some sort of backronym for it. Passes to team 3 who have pounced. Team 4.
We'll say Kotlin and as a portmanteau for like
Kotlin and portmanteau.
Something and language.
Something. Okay. Team 4.
It's team 5, right? 24 just this.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Team 5.
So I'll try a different track. I'll say they developed the language Ruby on Rails. Now the logic is C eventually went to C#, which is represented by a hashtag, and instead of a hashtag that looked like Rails, so call it Ruby on Rails.
Roughly along the lines of what people said, but with an entirely different twist. But no. We'll give 5 points to team 7 who said Kotlin. This is the Kotlin programming language. And everyone missed this clue in the second para. Located near the Russian coastal city of St. Petersburg. Pritham, do you want to unmute and give out the full answer?
Is this an island?
Perfect answer. Islands is what we are looking for. All these programming languages that are named after islands. Ceylon, plenty of programming languages named after islands. So coastal city, island, you can see the island there on the map. That is St. Petersburg and the island right next to. So programming languages being named after islands. So 5 points to team 7 for getting one part. Super pounds from team 1 for getting both, +10. But a -5 to team 3 for getting it wrong. +10 to 1, -5 to 3, +5 to 7. And question to team number 8 now. This company, established by two Britons named Turner and Wright in Calcutta, contributed to the name of a locality in Calcutta and a public establishment in that locality. While he was president, V.V. Giri made use of their services at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and they have been contracted for the same purpose ever since at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. But you could say the feather in their cap, according to one of the previous CEOs, is a task that they have been performing every 7 to 8 years since the 1940s. So this task approximately takes 2 months and makes use of 26,000 units of a company product with aluminium in it. Which is this public establishment in Calcutta that gets its name from the company or the locality where it is present? Part 1. Part 2, what is this task that they perform every 7 to 8 years, takes 2 months, and makes use of 26,000 units of the company product with aluminium in it? There is a help, may or may not be helpful. This is a historical image of the company location. May be helpful to figure out the second part. May be helpful.
Vijay, do you want the company in the answer?
Company's name will be part of the answer. The fact that the company's name contributes to the name of a locality and the public establishment in the locality. So, of course, the company's name will be in your answer.
Okay, we'll pause.
Okay. Or we'll just simplify it for the first part. As long as you have one keyword in your answer, we'll give it to you.
Major team 3 will bounce.
Okay.
Major 4 is already pounced. Can you clarify if it's enough?
That's enough, yes. Last call.
You want the public establishment, right?
Yeah. I'll just close it with team 1 and 3 if no one else is trying. Can see them typing. Once that's done, we'll close it. Got team 1's bounce. Got team 3's bounce. Bounce is done. Questions with team number 8.
So, I don't know, public establishment is Mohan Bagan.
Okay.
And task is census.
Census. Team 1 bounced. Team 2.
I'll pass.
Team 3 bounced. Team 4 bounced. Team 5.
Could you just go to the image for a second?
Yep.
Okay. I will say that this is the establishment is Eden Gardens.
Okay.
That looks like a super long building, and I know they need long buildings for making rope. So they provide the rope for the replaces the rope in Eden Gardens.
Okay, the boundary rope in Eden Gardens and Eden Gardens itself. Team 6.
Got nothing, so I'll pass.
Team 7.
So the task we're guessing is like the maintenance of the Howrah Bridge, and the public establishment is Eden Garden.
Is that your final answer, or do you want to modify one of the parts?
Oh, what do you want to do? Bye.
I'll just allow you to modify one of the parts. That's all, if you want to.
Well, okay. So we'll double down and say public establishment is also the Howrah Bridge. Howrah Bridge.
Okay, so you're saying Howrah Bridge and maintenance of Howrah Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was team 8's direct. Venki, do you want to unmute and give out the complete answer?
This is Shalimar Paints, and they're tasked with repainting the Howrah Bridge every 7-8 years.
Perfect answer. This is Shalimar Paints, which gives the names to the Shalimar locality and the Shalimar railway station, which is the public we're looking for. But Shalimar is the keyword and is good enough. And this is specifically painting the Howrah Bridge. But since Team 7 said all that, we'll just be lenient and give them 5 points for all their effort. 5 points to Team 7. And on the pounds, Teams 1, 3, and 4 all get plastered. 1, 3, and 4 get plastered. And question once again goes to team number 8. Legend has
Chennai bounce, is it?
No, because team 7 got 5, right?
Okay.
Legend has it that the colors of this company are a reference to the color of growing crops and the crops that are ready to be harvested. So growing crops and crops that are about to be harvested. But an alternate theory states that they're derived from the colors of the Waterloo model, the first major version of the product that they're synonymous with now. Which company, what colors? What color scheme and which company? Again, if you can work out the colors from the first para, you should get the company as
well. 2 will bounce.
Okay.
1 will bounce.
Okay.
Oh, we are bouncing of major 7.
Okay.
Okay, team 5 will bounce.
Okay.
Team 6 as well.
Okay. Last call. Okay, closing the pounds and taking only the teams that have mentioned it so far. Okay, I think I've got 5 pounces. 5 teams said they're going to pounce, and I've got the 5 pounces. So team 8, this is your direct.
So we'll say the company is British Petroleum, and the colors are yellow and green.
All right, we'll pass you. Team 1 pounced, team 2 pounced, team 3.
Yeah, so we're going to go with John Deere and green and gold.
We'll get you the full 10 points there. So crops and harvesting crops, therefore product of course is the tractor harvesting crops, and this is how John Deere gets its famous green and yellow / green and gold color scheme from. Plus 10 there to team 3, plus 10 to team 1, plus 10 to team 5, plus 10 to team 7. Unfortunately, a minus 5 to team 6. Any team that I have not read out the score so far, I hope all scores are in.
Team 2.
Team 2 also gets a plus 10.
The person you are speaking with has.
All right. So question is.
Sorry, does team 8 get anything?
Team 8 gets nothing. Oh, sorry. Team 8 actually gave the correct color, so they'll get plus 5. My bad.
Okay.
They went for entirely different company, but the colors were correct. So team 8 gets plus 5. And the final question of this round goes to team number 4. In a vintage Air India ad promoting his direct flight to a European capital, the Maharaja seemed to be holding a parasol. But this is not to protect himself from rain or sunlight. What is he trying to protect himself in this vintage ad?
1 will bounce.
Team 3
6 will bounce.
All right.
Whose direct is it?
This is team 4's direct.
Sorry, I bounced by mistake.
That's not an issue at all. You can give it on the mic.
Yeah.
Major, sorry, can you give an idea of what a parasol looks like?
I can't, in fact. The question hinges on figuring out what it is.
Okay.
But you can actually work out what it means. If you can split that word into 2, may be helpful to figure out what it means or what it is, what the common term for this is. Commoner term, rather. Last call for pounds. Okay, I'll close it with team 5 in that case. I've got the other bounces. Okay, got team 5's bounce. Bounce is now done. Team 4, this is your direct.
Yeah, the European capital city is Brussels, and this is the famous mannequin piss statue of a little boy urinating.
When Air India came up with the inauguration of their flight to Brussels, this is how they promoted the flight. They had the Maharaja trying to protect himself from the urine stream of the statue in the mannequin piss. So poor bouncer there from team 4, you get your plus 10. Team 1 gets plus 10. Team 3 gets plus 10. Team 6 gets plus 10. But team 5, unfortunately, will get a minus 5. They went with a nice guess. They went with Golconda and Rene Magritte, right country as well, but not the right answer. So we're done with 2 rounds.
Team 2 also.
Team 2, my bad. Team 2 also gets a plus 10. Sorry about that. Gokul, which is why it's best if we tag me so that I know that you pounced.
Yeah, sure.
Anant, can we have a quick look at the scores if you have them ready and then move on to the next round?
I'll just flash them a minute.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, so with 2 rounds done, team 1 in the lead with 110, team 2 on 67, team 3 on 85, team 4 on 65, team 5 on 18, team 6 who joined us midway are on 5, 7 on 51, 8 on 41. Still anyone's game. All right, so next written round coming up. 3 questions, 10 points for every correct answer. Should be an easy round. The topic is books from the world of business, broadly connected to the world of business. Like in round 1, send in all 3 answers as a single attempt at the end of question number 3. First question coming up. Simple one, The Box is a 2006 book charting the historical rise of something and how it changed the economic landscape of the global economy. What is the book about? Question number 2. This businessman with Dutch roots began his business by ferrying freight and people between Staten Island and Manhattan. His energy and eagerness got other captains, as in ferry captains, to call him the Dash to indicate that he was 1 step ahead of them. What nickname is this? also the title of his 2007 biography. Very, very famous businessman. Look at the fact that the other captains were calling him by a nickname to indicate that he was one step ahead of them. Use that to work it out.
Blanks are indicative, right?
Indicative. Throughout the quiz, blanks always indicative.
Major, you only want the blank over here, right? Nothing else?
Correct. Yes, that's all.
Okay.
And number 3, previously a reporter for the New York Times and Newsweek, Brad Stone is a journalist who now works for Bloomberg. He is best known for a 2013 book that revealed a lot about a certain subject. But this wasn't everything, as pointed out by the first 1-star review for the book on Amazon. The person who posted this review mentioned that Stone got one crucial fact wrong. And this crucial fact was to do with the point in time when the person covered in the book had read another book by a Nobel-winning author. And this book supposedly helped this person with a lot of business deals. Who left this 1-star review? Who left the first 1-star review for this book by Brad Stone? Which other book was read by the subject of this book by Brad Stone? Okay, I'll show you a visual of a film. This is a movie based on this second book. Movie based on the book by the Nobel-winning author. Okay, going back to text.
Stay for a few seconds on this, Major, please.
Yeah. Okay, running through all 3 questions one more time. What is this book about? You can start sending in your answer and tag me there. You have 30 seconds. Fill in the blank. And number 3, who left the 1-star review and which book was the error mentioned in this 1-star review? This is a film based on that book. I need to see hands even if you're typing. Otherwise,
Maybe
I
can
need
you
to
just
know
go
that,
to the text? Just one.
yeah. If your hands are not visible and I can't see you typing on WhatsApp, I'm going to assume that something is amiss. So if you're typing, please send it in quickly. When I say book, I want the second book, okay? Not the first book. When I say book, I want the book on which this film is based. That's what I want for the second part. In case people were confused.
Can I change?
Yeah, you can add, if you were confused, you can just add that bit. Last call. I got it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, all 8 bounces in. And question is with, sorry, it's a written round. So people can unmute and answer. Number 1, what is the book about? Anyone?
Container ships.
Shipping containers, rather. The box is the shipping container. Number 2.
Commodore.
In the Navy, 1 rank ahead of a captain would be the Commodore. This is why Cornelius Vanderbilt was nicknamed the Commodore, because Commodore is 1 rank ahead of captain in the Navy. And number 3, who left the review and which book?
Mackenzie Bezos.
And which book?
Do you want Remains of the Day or the Everything Store?
I wanted Remains of the Day.
Okay.
This is Mackenzie Bezos, who left a 1-star review for the Everything Store. And this, of course, is the Remains of the Day by Ishiguro. So points now. Team 1 gets plus 30. Team 2 gets 10. Team 3 gets 25. Team 4 gets 20. Team 5 gets 0. Team 6 gets 10. Team 7 gets 0. And team 8 gets 0. Last round coming up. Anti-clockwise, same rules, 9 questions.
Is it 10 or 9, Major?
9, it's 9. 9 and clockwise, 9 and anti-clockwise. So question to team number 8. Bharat Vijay Mills was founded in June 1931 and set up their first mill in Gujarat. In the 70s, it acquired a small plastics unit to make card cans for cleaning fiber. They also imported rotational molding tech for this, but the idea did not pan out. But they did not stop there, thinking laterally to see if the know-how could be put to another use. The end result was something named after the process of fusing plastics together and their own core expertise. Even though it was despised by architects, the cement and steel crunch in India at the time led to its widespread adoption. What did they come up with? Part 1. Part 2, it's whatever they came up with is usually available only in a single color. Tell me which color and why. So to work out the name, see if you can combine two things, fusing plastics together, and look at the name of the company, Bharat Vijay Mills. That should give you their field core area. Combine the two and see if you can come up with a name. And look at the fact that it says plastics unit, rotational molding. Architects were not impressed. Architects were not impressed because they thought something would be an eyesore, which is why architects were not impressed.
Major pounced.
Okay.
Major 1 will pounce.
Any clues for the second part?
If you get first part, you should be able to get the second part. Last call. Answered in the audience by Tanmay. Closing the pounds and taking it from team number 8.
So we're guessing it is syntax.
Okay.
And it is always black.
Okay.
Because it's meant to absorb all of the heat. It is like always on the terrace. It's meant to absorb all of the heat. So that is why, because of the property of black color.
Okay, let's see if we can come back to you. Team 7.
I think reason could.
Team 7 pounced. Team 6.
Syntax, and I'll go on a different angle and say that the text is usually in yellow, so it's for branding, so that its syntax is seen from everywhere.
All right. Team 5.
Syntax, it's usually black because that's the color that results from the process of making that particular form. Because you use a lot of heat, it turns black, and that's why they don't want the paint.
Team 4 pounced. Team 3.
Yeah, so Major, we guess that syntax only, but usually in black because depending on the answer, it absorbs the sunlight. So what happens as a result of that because the outside container is absorbing all the sunlight, inside any plants and all will not grow because they would require sunlight to grow. So I mean, the water would relatively stay clean as compared to I mean, having any sort of growth inside the tank.
Okay. Teams 2 and 1 pounds will actually award team 8 the full 10 points because nobody came close enough. This is syntax, and specifically it is to block UV rays, just not absorption of sunlight. So UV rays coming and interacting with water is what had to be prevented. Nothing to do with heat, etc. But we will give points for the concept since almost everyone said heat, light, etc. So team 8 gets +10. On the pounds, team 1 gets +10. Team 2 gets +10. Team 7 gets +10. We will not give negs to team 4. They came close, but not close enough. So no negs to team 4. And question now direct to team number 7. Car buyers usually consider factors like safety, fuel economy, resale value, etc., etc. But a number of companies have started offering a feature of a specific type of vehicles as an extra selling point. This feature makes such vehicles a profitable possession even when they are rest in a garage. While experts have mentioned they could help understand even pathogens better, as in whatever purpose they can be put to, the Canadian scooter maker Daymac went down a different hole. They recently released their first such vehicle, the Spiritus, which could put this feature to one specific, very, very contemporary use. What type of vehicles? What does the Spiritus do? If you get the right kind of vehicles, maybe you can figure out what this is. And something in the second para might help you with a lateral way of getting at the answer.
Could you repeat the first part, what you said, Major? What could help?
Yeah. If you figure out the right type of vehicles, you should be able to figure out what.
No, Major, when you say type of vehicle, you mean, is it something other than a car or some type of a car?
So, type of a car, type of automobile, specific type of car.
Specific type of car, okay.
Correct. Very specific contemporary use. They went down a different hole. Last call for pounds, if anyone wants to pounds.
Pounds, Major.
Which team?
Team 8.
Okay.
We are sending an answer.
Okay, I'll close it with team 8's pounds then. No one else seems to be pouncing.
Major, the highly specific answer is even for part 1, is it? Or
no. For part 1 is a broad answer. What type of vehicles? I don't want a brand or anything. Type. Okay. That's all. Just waiting for team 8's attempt and then we'll close and move on.
Sorry, whose question is it?
This is team 7's question. Yeah, team 7, you're direct.
Okay.
Can we answer, Major?
Yeah, team 7, go ahead.
Okay, so we are guessing the type of vehicles like the trucks, the Ford F-150 type vehicle.
Okay.
And what it does is we are guessing that like they have a in-house cooling unit that like uses to store vaccines and stuff. So yeah, that is the vaccination drive. Like it's easy to transport vaccines and like cold storage stuff like that.
All right, nice guess. Team 6.
I'll say these are funeral vehicles, and maybe it automatically disinfects itself too if it's transporting people who died of COVID.
Team 5.
I'll just say electric vehicles.
Okay.
And maybe they have a place which allows like that light-based sanitation, the UV sanitation, so it can kill COVID and what else because of the light.
One UV question per quiz. Team 3, team 4.
Okay, we'll stick to we'll say electric vehicles.
Okay.
You can at some level use the vehicle as like some kind of a battery bank and power electricity, and specifically Spiritus says you can use it for Bitcoin mining and stuff like that, which takes up a lot of electricity requirement otherwise.
Could not have explained the answer better than that. Superb answer. These are electric vehicles, automated vehicles, because they have a lot of computing power. So which is why all this computing power can be used to mine cryptocurrency. So this is a car that can actually mine Bitcoins, which is what the went down a whole clue was looking at, mining and mining cryptocurrency, etc. Superb answer there from team number 4. You get the full 10 there. Team 8, unfortunately, I'll have to give you a -5. You were on the right track, but just about missed one part. So team 8 gets a -5. Team 4 gets a +10. And question to team number 3.
I said electric car first.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Team 5, right?
Yeah.
Team 5 gets +5. And question to team number 3. One of the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic has been a boom in online shopping, with companies such as Amazon seeing a massive jump in orders. This has translated into increased returns for businesses specializing in a specific kind of products. Well, the first one of its kind was developed in the 1950s for use as wallpaper. These businesses have experimented with sawdust, newspaper, rubberized horsehair, etc. as well in the early days. What products are we talking about? What do these businesses deal in? Increased returns for these businesses. Third para should be very, very helpful.
Major or pounced?
Which team? Team 7,
team
right?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, team 6 will also pounce.
All right.
1 will pounce.
All right.
Four is pounced.
All right. Last call.
2 will bounce.
Major 8 will bounce.
Okay. We'll close it with team 8's bounce. Team 8 and 2. Okay, no, just waiting for team 8. Okay, got team 8's bounce, and bounce is now done. And question is with team 3.
Yeah, this is bubble wrap.
This is bubble wrap or any kind of packaging material for cushioning the products within the Amazon or other delivery packages. So this was almost gonna be a question where everyone got +10, but unfortunately team 6 will negate that. So team 6 unfortunately will get a -5, hard luck Siddhant, but I think every other team gets a +10. Team 1 gets a +10. Team 2 gets a +10. 3 got it on the bounce. 4 gets a +10. Sorry, 5 also did not get a +10. No points to 5. 6 gets a -5. 7 gets a +10. 8 also gets a +10. And question is with team number 2. Leisurewear Limited is a UK-based luxury loungewear company founded during the COVID-19 lockdown. It found instant popularity thanks to its top product Snuggie, a hoodie made from soft blanket material and manufactured overseas. The firm was predicting sales of over £10 million in its first 5 years, expanding at a rapid rate. In early 2021, this got them to place their biggest order till date of 8,000 of these worth over £1 million. Now, this particular order was meant to see them through the start of winter and get them a lot of profits. But things did not work out as planned, and this led to heavy losses, prompting them to think, okay, maybe we should start manufacturing in the UK itself. Why did things not work out well?
Team 6 will bounce.
Okay. Read the question again carefully. You should be able to work it out.
Okay, I'll bounce team 5.
Okay.
Team 7 is something.
Okay.
Major team 3 will bounce.
Okay.
This is my direct, right?
This will be 2's direct once bounce is closed. Yes.
Major, just clarifying, you want to know why they thought of started manufacturing in the UK itself and not wherever else they were doing it, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Are you bouncing?
Major 8 is bouncing as well.
Okay, last call. As of now, only 8 have indicated their willingness. If no one else is bouncing, I am closing it with team.
Major, you've received 3 is bounce, right? Sorry.
I got team 3 bounce, yes. Just waiting for team 8.
Major, is it possible for me to change my guess?
You have until team 8 sends in their answer if you want to. Are you changing? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you indicated before team 8 sent it in, we'll let you do that.
Okay.
Okay, got teams 5's modified bounce. Bounce is now done. Question is with team number 2.
Because the Suez Canal was blockaded by that ship Ever Given. So their order couldn't arrive and hence losses.
Their order was on the Ever Given, which was caught up in the Suez Canal, which is why the order did not arrive in time in the UK, and which is why none of this materialized, and which is why they are thinking, okay, maybe we should start manufacturing in the UK itself. 10 points there to team number 2. 10 points to team 5. Good decision to change it at the last moment. 10 points to team 8. 10 points to team 3. 10 points to team 7. And 10 points to team 6. Question now directed to team number 1. In early 2019, the Heathrow Airport started collecting certain items in thousands. These things, made from rubber and used in pairs, were essential for day-to-day operations and making the airport a safer place. So to say, this exercise was done keeping an upcoming development in mind. Upcoming development in 2019. Okay, what items? Why was Heathrow doing this, or what was this upcoming development that resulted in them taking this measure? It was an upcoming development then. These things do not directly make the airport a safer place, but yes, they contribute to the whole process.
Major, whose direct is this?
One's direct.
Yeah, team 3 will.
Okay. Made from rubber, used in pairs, needed for day-to-day operations throughout the day for that matter. Multiple hundreds of these are needed. They sort of keep the airport a safer place by virtue of being used for whatever purpose they are used. And in 2019, this was an upcoming development. So far, only 1 pounds received. That's from team 3.
Whose direct is it, Major?
This will be one's direct. Last call for pounds. Can just see team 4 typing. We'll wait for their pounds and then close. Team 4, yes or no? Okay, got their pounds. And team 1, your direct.
So for the second part, I'll say, Brexit is coming up. So essentially, the lines at the airport, etc., would be longer because Europeans don't have free access anymore to UK.
Okay.
First part we'll say is gloves. Yeah, we'll just say gloves for patting down and for security pat downs and so on.
Superb answer, and you will get your +10. So this is why Heathrow and a number of other airports in the UK were stockpiling rubber gloves, because all these gloves had to come from the mainland of the continent. And post-Brexit, this would have been very difficult. So gloves needed for patting down, security checks, etc., etc. Excellent answer there, team 1. +10 to you. On the pounds, teams 3 and 4 both get +10. 3 and 4 both get +10.
Major, can you repeat the scores, please?
Yeah, 1, 3, and 4. Can we have a look at the scores after the next question? If you can keep them ready, or if you have them ready right now, we'll take a quick look and then move on.
Yeah.
How many questions remain? 3 or 4?
4 remaining.
4.
With 4 questions to go, team 1 on 170, 2 on 107, team 3 on 140, 4 on 115, 5 on 33, 6 on 20, 7 on 81, 8 on 66. 4 questions to go. Still anyone's game actually. All 3 places yet still to be decided. This will be team 8's direct once bounce is done. Question number 6. Recently, American artist Danielle Baskin took to Twitter to find out more about the decorative plaques adorning the outer walls of houses in the Bay Area. She found out that they were a way of explaining the social status of the people who lived in the area. She thought of extrapolating this concept to the modern age as well. The result was Dash Dash Homes, an imaginary company which would certify homeowners as authentic and notable for a fee of roughly $3,000. What was the service offered by this company? Okay, I'll show you images of how these houses were. So all these houses have such plaques. Okay. So these plaques are sort of an indicator of the social status of the people in the Bay Area. Okay. So now go back and read the question. She thought of extrapolating this concept to the modern age as a joke and came up with an imaginary company which would do something. What service was provided by this company?
So just describing what these things are is good enough, right?
As in, what is the service? That's all that. What exactly do they do?
So maybe you don't want the blanks, right? Like
I don't want the blanks. I don't want the blanks, but blanks are indicative and may be helpful.
Okay, we have found it.
Okay. Last call for pounds.
4 pouncing, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I'll team 5 will pounce.
Okay. I've got pounces from 3 teams, waiting for team 5 and 4 and then closing it. Taking pounds only from 5 and 4. The others have already pounced. Got 5 pounds, got 4 pounds as well. Pounds is done. Team 8, you're direct.
So Major will say the blanks are blue tick homes. So these are like they verify, like they place verified badges that, you know, these people are authentic, genuine. So blue tick homes. So
blue ticks is all that we were looking for. Just like you have blue ticks on your social media profiles, they actually install blue ticks on houses just to verify that yes, people residing in these locations are, I mean, the real deal. So good answer there, team 8. Cast into you. On the pounds, team 3 gets a +10. Team 4 gets a +10. Team 5 gets a +10. Team 6 gets a +10. But unfortunately, team 7 will get a -5. But you will get the next question, team 7, as a consolation. Question now direct to team 7. This company, which deals in luxury products of a kind, was founded in the 1870s in New York by a Czech immigrant. To improve the accuracy of its products, the company even set up an observatory on top of a skyscraper in the city. When they introduced their first ever lady-specific brand around 1 century ago, they ended up naming it after an Asian creation from the 12th century. This was because the person behind this creation was an astronomer as well, and thus was seen to fit in with what the company themselves were doing. Which company? What was the name of this brand? I have a visual. Yeah. This is an ad from the company. Think of companies where astronomical observations might be helpful in the line of work, line of products that they manufacture. And this is a Czech immigrant, so put 2 and 2 together and maybe arrive at the right company. Anyone pouncing? Last call for pounce.
Major, could you give a little more
Okay.
time?
Czech immigrant. Think of brands, companies that would be benefited by an astronomical observatory. Okay, last call, and I'm closing it. No one else seems to be pouncing. Pounce is done. Team 7, you're direct.
Yeah, so we are guessing. We'll go with company as Pate Flip, and
Okay.
what is the brand name? Any idea? Why? I think we'll pass that. Pass on.
Passes to team 6.
Sorry, Major, what did they say as?
Team 7, could you repeat your answer for?
Pate Philip.
Okay.
Team 6.
I'll pass.
Team 5.
Let's say Omega and Navigator.
Omega and Navigator. Team 4.
We'll say the brand was called Compass.
Okay.
And the company, that's the sub brand is called Compass. And the company will say is Hublot.
Team 3.
Yeah, so we'll go with Ulysses Nada, and brand is called Avichana.
Team 2.
Whatever Jyoti said for first part and Compass.
1.
So we'll say the company is Bulova watches,
Okay.
and second part we'll say it's called Rubaiyat or Omar Khayyam after.
Probably the answer of the quiz. You get your +10 there. Superb answer there. This is Bulova watches. Watches, you need to maintain accurate timing, which is why an astronomical observatory that looks at the position of the stars, etc., would be very, very helpful. And of course, this is the Bulova Rubaiyat, which Omar Khayyam wrote. He was an astronomer as well. The first woman-specific watch from Bulova was called the Rubaiyat, as a tribute to Omar Khayyam. Excellent answer, team 1. +10 to you. 2 questions to go, direct to team number 8. No one else gets anything. Salsa word, that is green sauce, is a type of spicy green sauce based on tomatillo and green chili peppers. Very commonly consumed in the cuisines of Mexico and southwestern United States. It is often served with Mexican or Tex-Mex style dishes like the enchiladas and chicharron. Roughly 2 decades ago, 2 bottles of salsa word were sent by a lady to her spouse to remind him to come home and rediscover the spice in their relationship. But this was not delivered due to unforeseen circumstances. However, the representative of the company in charge of this delivery ensured the consignment was returned to the sender, even though this happened very late. What exactly are we talking about? What is happening here?
Major team 3 will pound.
Okay.
Will bounce.
Team 6 will take a shot.
4 is
Okay.
also bouncing.
Okay. Two, 3, 4, and 6 so far. Got 4 pounces, very quick pounces from 4 teams. Anyone else? Don't see any other pounces. Pounces closed. Team 8, you're direct.
I'm giving the answer. So we'll say this is this like some real life story behind the movie Castaway, and the company is FedEx.
You had all the keywords there. It's not a real life story inspired by Castaway. This is the actual final delivery in Castaway.
Okay.
If you watch Castaway, there is a FedEx package that Tom Hanks's character does not open. Seeing the wings on the package, he keeps it till the very end. And finally, after he's rescued, he goes and delivers this. So in the film, it is not revealed what is in the package. These are the actual contents of the FedEx package delivered in Castaway. As per the script, 2 bottles of salsa were contained in the bottle. So if you remember the film, in the beginning, there's a lady sending a package to her spouse, and her spouse is seen to be with another lady. So all that, and this is, so you get the basic keywords and you get your +10. On the pounds, teams 2, 3, 4, and 6 all get +10. 2, 3, 4, and 6 all get +10. And 8, of course, on the bounce. Last question of the quiz coming up. Before that, one final look at the scores just to see if the last question is gonna make things interesting. Anant, if you can have a look at the scores. Yeah, thank you. With 1 question to go, team 1 on 180, team 2 on 117, 3 on 160, 4 on 135, 5 on 43, 6 on 40, 7 on 76, and 8 on 86. So I think the top 3 is mostly decided, even if teams want to hit negs and go down, but still I think the top 3 should more or less remain the same. So last question coming up. Question will be to team number 7 once bounce is done. Founded in the 18th century in Ireland, Waterford Crystal is one of the most famous glass and crystal manufacturers in the world. In the year 2000, they were commissioned to manufacture a refined version of something to sort of signify the foray into a new millennium. Today, this thing involves the use of roughly 2,700 crystal triangles with one LED module in a group of 4 triangles. They collaborate with a company across the pond called Focus Lighting for this job to ensure best results. In 1998-99, they also created another item, a much larger replica of a very, very small and fragile object, which has been used ever since. That is, ever since 1999, this larger replica of a small fragile object has been used officially. Part 1, what is the first task mentioned in the first 2 paragraphs? Part 2, what is the thing mentioned in the 3rd paragraph? Currently, that thing is in Australia. There are a couple of images. Yeah, this is how each module would look like. One module will have 4 triangles and roughly 2,700 of these come together. So what exactly do they, what is the eventual product?
Dual bounce.
Major, this is the last question, right?
This is the last question, yes.
Yeah, okay. Then 1 will bounce.
Look at the fact that they are a glass and crystal manufacturer to figure out the second part as well. Only because that small fragile object, small thing is very fragile, that they thought, okay, from 1999, we probably might need to make do with a replacement because the actual thing is fragile. I'll give out points as and when teams bounce. 2 teams have bounced. Team 2 gets a +10. Team 1 gets a -5. Half a correct answer from Tanmay Roy in the audience.
Major, whose direct is this?
This will be 7's direct. Last call for pounds.
I'll bounce maybe.
Okay, I'll close it with team 5's pounds in that case. All right, team 5 have also bounced and will successfully end the quiz with a -5. Team 5 gets a -5.
Yeah,
so bounce is done. Yeah, so I'll repeat the scores. Team 1 -5, team 5 -5, team 2 +10. And question to team number 7.
Yeah, well, we are guessing the other item currently in Australia is like the Ashes Trophy, and the first task is we're guessing it's like the Las Vegas Luxor Pyramid lighting or something like that.
Nice guess. Team 6.
The first part, I'll guess this is the ball used at the Times Square ball drop, and the second is the Ashes Trophy.
And you as a solo contestant will end the quiz with a full 10 points there. This is how they actually, so this is the company that actually, the two companies that collaborate to manufacture the Times Square ball. It says foray into a new millennium, etc., etc. So the Times Square New Year ball drop. This is how the current ball came into being. LED modules put together, roughly 2,700 of them. And this is a crystal manufacturing company. Therefore, they after the conclusion of the Ashes, instead of the small actual urn, a bigger glass replica is what is awarded to the winner. So this is the Ashes trophy, which is currently held by Australia, won it recently. And so therefore 10 points to team number 6, and I've already given out the pounds points. With that, we are done with
5 points for. Is it 5 points?
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm really sorry. 5 points to team 7 for getting one part correct. 5 points to team 7. And we are done with the business quiz at MV 2022. Back to Anant and Drishti for the final scores. And if you could just display all scores once, just so that we can just. So round of applause to team 5, Avatars finishing with 38 points. Team 6 as a solo participant, great effort there, finishing with 50. Team 7 on 81, super job guys. Team 8 on 86. Just missing out on a podium was Gokul, another solo participant on 112. But finishing third today are CIDs from Kerala with Nexus tag on 135. Finishing runners-up today are Caveat Attempter on 160. But winning the 2022 edition of the Business Quiz at MB 2022 is a combined team from Barclays and SJMSOM IIT Bombay with 190. Thank you so very much, and well done, all of you. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Major, for the wonderful quiz. Thanks to all the teams for taking part and showing us your enthusiasm. So we'll be in touch with the winning teams. We'll be intimating details across. Thank you all for joining in. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Major.
Bye.
Bye.
Amazing quiz, Major. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Major.
Major, thanks for the trolling at the end.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Anand. Thanks a lot, Drishti. Thanks a lot for our event.
Thank you, Major.
Yeah.